Today, our topic of discussion is routes of administration of drugs. Routes of administration of drugs is defined as the site from which drug is transferred into the body. It is also defined as a drug onto or into the body. Main routes of drug administration. There are 4 main routes of drug administration. Enteral route of drug administration and parenteral route of drug administration. Other is inhalational route of drug administration and the topical route of drug administration. As the name indicates, the enteral. Enteral means through GI tract. Mostly the drugs in the form of syrups, capsules, and some injections, they are taken orally. Enteral is again divided into 3. Oral route of drug administration, sublingual route of drug administration, and rectal route of drug administration. So the drugs are in the form of tablets, capsules, syrup, suspension. They are taken orally. They can be taken sublingually or they are taken through another route of drug administration. So oral route is common. You are seeing into the figure that the tablet is taken, the vaccine is taken orally. This is called sublingual route of drug administration, means below the tongue. The drug is dispersed into the mouth, into the small forms, and can rapidly absorb beneath the tongue through oral vessels, goes directly to the site of administration. The drug mostly used for the proper reachment of the drug to the heart. In angina pectoris, the drug is put under the tongue because in the oral route of drug administration, drug goes into the liver, then it goes to the site of, but in the sublingual route of drug administration, the drug goes directly to the heart. This is also called inhalational route of drug administration. The drugs are in the form of gases or vapors. They can be through inhalation, goes directly into the lungs. This is for this route of drug administration is for the research purpose. We administer drug into the belly or peritoneum of the mouse for the research purpose. Oral is divided, enteral route is divided in oral, sublingual, rectal. Oral is the most common route of drug administration. It is mostly used for the neutral drugs. It may be in the form of tablets, capsules, syrup, emulsions, or powders. For oral route of drug distribution, it is usually written as PO, means for us. It is a Latin word. If drug is given through vagina, then we write PV. P for us, PO is the abbreviation used to indicate oral route of medication administration. Oral form, common those forms of drugs are the tablets, capsules, liquids, solutions, suspensions, syrups, and elixirs. Sublingual route of drug administration is where the dose form is placed under the tongue, rapidly absorbed by sublingual mucosa. Another is buccal administration. This is where the dose was placed between gums and inner lining of teeth, buccal pouch, absorbed by buccal mucosa. Those forms for sublingual and buccal administration are the tablets or the lozenges or gums, while you suck the lozenges or the treatment of uh, laryngitis or pharyngitis, such as we use strepsils. Inter-route of recognition, there are certain advantages and disadvantages of oral route. Oral route is the most common route of drug administration. It is safe, convenient, cheap, and does not require services of a skilled person. It has certain disadvantages because in oral route, it cannot be used in unconscious patient or intravenous or intramuscular route. An skilled person is used that will give the drug through IV, intravenous or intramuscular. But for oral, another person is not used. Patient himself can take the medication. Some drugs are unpalatable and cause irritation of intestinal tract, resulting in nausea, vomiting, diarrhea. In particular, if these are given before meal. Unpalatable means they cause irritation of the mucosa. Some drugs are destroyed by intestinal enzyme. For example, insulin is a peptide hormone destroyed by intestinal enzyme. So insulin is given by subcutaneous route. In case of emergency, when pre-action of a drug is required, this route is not suitable. Oral route is not suitable in cases of unconscious patients. There is necessity for cooperation on the part of the patient. Absorption may be slow, unpredictable, and irregular because of the presence of variable amounts of food at various stages of digestion and acidity and alkalinity of the digestion might have great impact on absorption. A very important factor is that blood from the intestinal tract passes via portal vein to liver, where the drug may be metabolized to a great extent before being distributed to site of action. Thus, oral route is not recommended for drug undergoing extensive first pass because drug will reach to the liver where it is inactivated and then goes to the site of action. In a sublingual route, first pass effect does not require. Only the drug goes directly to the site of action. So first pass effect is very important. You have to remember and what is first pass effect may be defined as loss of drug as it passes through the for the first time during the absorption process after oral elimination. This is also known as pre-systemic elimination. Drugs interaction may occur if two drugs are given concurrently. If you give two drugs at the same time, some drug may impair absorption of a drug or may increase the absorption of other drug. First pass effect is a term used for hepatic metabolism of drug. When absorbed and delivered through portal blood, greater the first pass, less amount of drug reach the system. advantage or merits of oral route. Merit. It is. It can be easily administered. It's cheapest and economical. Irritant which cannot be given by parenteral can be given through mouth. It provides largest surface area for absorption because stomach has largest surface area. Larger quantity of drug can be given. Suitable for producing local action on GIT, for example, antacid. Demerits of oral route cannot be used in patient emergency, cannot use in unconscious patient. Absorption may not be proper. Drugs which are poorly lipid soluble are not, for example, neostigmine. Neostigmine is a drug which comes in the class of cholinergic agonists. Drugs that are destroyed GIT cannot be used, for example, insulin. Drugs undergo enterohepatic circulation and some are major portions metabolized by liver. Therefore, amount of drug entering in circulation called bioavailability is low. Any pathological condition in GIT can interfere with absorption. For example, peptic ulcer, patient cannot absorb the drug. Now coming to the sublingual route of drug administration, the tablet is placed under the tongue and absorption from oral mucosa is rapid, uniform. This route has special importance for certain drugs. For example, nitroglycerin, which we call NGSAID, is effective when given sublingually, but ineffective when administered orally. The reason is that the drug has very high lipid solubility. Also, the drug being very potent needs few molecules to be absorbed in order to produce the therapeutic effect. The major advantage of this route is that when venous drainage from mouth, buccal cavity is poured into the superior vena cava and the drug is saved from first pass effect. If nitroglycerin is given by oral route, the hepatic first pass effect is sufficient to preclude the appearance of any intact nitroglycerin in the systemic circulation, because the nitroglycerin has to reach the heart where there is a strong vasoconstriction that causes severe heart pain, that is called angina pectoris, where the nitroglycerin goes and causes vasodilatation. Merits of sublingual route: drugs do not go in enterohepatic circulation. Maximum therapeutic concentration can be achieved rapidly. Therefore, in emergency, this route is, for example, nitroglycerin sublingually angina attacks. Demerits: large doses cannot be given. Repeated use damages the oral mucosa. Example of drugs given by sublingual route include nitroglycerin, isoprenaline, and oxytocin. Nifedipine is used for treatment of hypertension in emergencies given by sublingual route. Directed route of drug administration: the drug may be given rectally for systemic effect when the patient is either unconscious or vomiting. However, absorption from rectum is irregular and incomplete. This is not the natural route of drug administration. In some emergency condition, when the patient has convulsions or vomiting or any other abnormal condition, the drug is not given orally. The drug is administered rectally, mostly in infants when they develop convulsions or fits or seizures. Diazepam is given rectally. Also, 50% of drug absorbed from rectum passes through liver. before entering the systemic circulation, the first pass effect cannot be fully avoided. This point is very important regarding your examination. The drugs administered rectally are in the form of suppositories. For example, ergotamine used for treatment of migraine. If ergotamine is given orally, it causes vomiting of the patient. So ergotamine is given through rectal route. Another form of preparation for rectal administration is the enema. Enema is a solution or suspension of the drug in water or some other vehicle. Suppository may also be given for the local treatment of rectal conditions. For example, benzocaine is used to relieve pain and itching caused by hemorrhoids or certain radiological examination. We give a clean enema to the patient through rectally. Advantage of rectal administration: drugs could be given by this route in vomiting, motion sickness, migraine, or when the patient is unable to swallow the medication. This route is also suitable for drugs that are irritant to the stomach. For example, aminophylline and indomethacin. Aminophylline is used for treatment of bronchial asthma. This route is of particular in case of children. This route is not generally not acceptable by the patient. Locally acting drugs include glycerin and bisacodyls. Glycerin suppositories are given to the baby who has constipation or not passing stool. So glycerin suppositories are given. Systemic acting drugs include indomethacin, anti-inflammatory drug, or aminophylline bronchodilator. Retention enema is diagnostic as used for finding the pathology of lower intestine. Drugs given by rectal route at 50% first pass metabolism. Disadvantage: inflammation of rectum may occur due to repeated administration. The absorption is irregular, especially when rectum is not empty. There are some important questions for you. You have to see these questions and remember these questions. Pick out the appropriate elementary route of administration when passage of drugs through liver is minimized. That I told you in my lecture. The correct answer is rectal route of drug administration. Which route of drug administration is most likely to lead to first pass rate? Oral form is the route where drug has to pass through first pass rate. Take the feature of sublingual route, pretty fast absorption. Pick out the parental route of medicinal agent administration. Means parental means away from the mouth. Away from the mouth. That is the inhalational route of drug administration. Right? मैंने लेक्चर ये बंद करो रिव्यू लेक्चर कंटिन्यू करो मैं ये कंप्लीट कियो ये कंप्लीट किया जो करा जो नेगेटिव भी है मतलब 2015 लेक्चर खोली अरे को शुरू ROUT ROUT